Hey, this is Ree here. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate all of you. All thanks to Kali Ma. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing. It really helps me a lot. Don't forget to check out my website, paradoxastrology.com. Book your consultation today. I can help you with anything. And if you would like more exclusive occult videos that I don't post on YouTube, consider subscribing to my Patreon. It also helps to support this channel. Okay, let's get into this video. So this is about the new moon that will be happening on February 9th in Dhanishta Nakshatra. So this is what it will mean for you and for the world. Now, Dhanishta translates into wealthiest or most beneficent, most heard of, or most famous. Think of the ultra rich supermodels, actors, artists, and athletes as well. So there will be a type of victory for these types of people. Those in the music industry, those in the entertainment industry, the sports industry, also because there is the Super Bowl that is coming up as well. Now, during this time, a lot of people will be influenced by the negative aspects of the government and the media. So be cautious about that because it's represented by the drum. This is the Damaru drum, which is Lord Shiva's favorite drum. So it's going to be best to listen to the rhyme of the universe, as in the universal mind, as in the higher consciousness, and to beat at your own drum, at your own pace, rather than to listen to what you're told to do by outside influences. And this is how you will become successful during this time. And that's also tuning out what the media is going to tell you in regards to famous people. This means the media that likes to lie and make up stories. A lot of this has to do with the Grammy Awards, which just happened. So tuning out these types of vibrations that are meant to program the mind. This means to listen to the universal wisdom, as in meditation, mantra, spiritual practice, quieting the mind, and listening to the silence of Mahadev. This will prove to be very successful, and the answers will come. Mars and Venus can give strong material and spiritual results in the first pada that they are in right now. Venus being in the Sagittarius side and Mars being in the Capricorn side, where Mars is extremely strong at this time. Now, this nakshatra has a lot to do with the rishis of astrology, because music and astrology are one and the same. They're both frequency and the rhyme of the universe. Planets are nothing but frequency. Planets have their own vibration. Now, with the 8th house lord here, which is the sun, it is a great time to explore knowledge and go really deep into the hidden realms, such as occult knowledge. This nakshatra has to do with the mastery over the material world. This can be used for confidence. This can be used to be brave, to be courageous, and to be warrior-like, as Mars is exalted in Capricorn. Or it can be used in egotistical ways, such as stubbornness and vanity. So the choice is yours. Now, the mind will be bombarded with ideas and willpower to take action upon it. Ego will ramp up as it wants to climb to the top position during this new moon, and it wants to be the best. This may come across as rude or aggressive, so be careful. Use it to your advantage at this time to accomplish the things you want to accomplish and get the ideas that you really want, and to utilize the ideas that come into your mind. This Mars will conjunct the IC of Israel's chart and should be cautious of enemies in its homeland, especially from neighbors, as it is the lord of its 3rd and 8th house. This Mars is conjunct Palestine's moon in the 6th house, giving it power to defend itself, but also leading to losses at the same time. I will make a separate video about an update in regards to the war. There's also a death, a rebirth, and a transformation that is occurring in the entertainment industry. Universal Music has now taken down its artist music from TikTok, which is one example of this transformation. I believe this is a victory for the labels, but there is a hidden agenda that is never communicated to the public, as the 5th house lord is in the 12th house, which is signaling a loss for the artists themselves. This can include the film and the sports industry. I was in the music industry and entertainment industry, and my moon in the D9 is in Dhanishta. So I can tell you from experience that nothing in these industries are ever what they seem. Mars is exalted, which is the fifth house lord of the United States chart, and Jupiter is in his fifth house. So this looks like a PR stunt and benefits the industry, but probably not the talent themselves. Another transformation that is occurring is in authority figures, priests, preachers, astrologers, matters of children, women, mothers, government officials, military, athletes, executives, holistic healing physicians, politicians, to name a few. But in general, these are people who are in high positions and will see a transformation, a rebirth, and some may die off before this can even happen. And this type of transformation will be occurring the entire time that Jupiter is in Bharani Nakshatra. Matters of weather or weather disasters can affect countries directly that transforms the land and creates many deaths. This could also include farmland and affect farmers and agriculture. I've mentioned many times in many videos about seeing a weather disaster in the US that was likened to Hurricane Katrina. And now there's a weather disaster now happening in California, which hasn't been seen in 20 years. This is exactly what I was talking about, but there will be more. War in foreign lands, losses due to explosive events can be a big topic, as well as enemies and new laws. Health matters will emerge. Government officials will be communicating in the matters of finance, possessions, and reviews with the national budget, and this may be overinflated and corrupt. Money and family will be the focus for many, which will come after much hard work, patience, and perseverance. Some will find luck in a new routine, health matters, and new employment if that is what you're searching for and have the present karma to manifest. Moon is the lord of the seventh house, and Denisha, which is known for marital problems. With Mars and Mercury conjunct by sign, we must watch out for arguments with our significant other, and this can be in business partnerships as well. This can happen when two people are very different from each other and don't necessarily see eye to eye. The Nishta relates to a certain kind of Shawtee, which gives power and fame and abundance. If you are tuned into higher consciousness and have the karma for this to happen, you can see many types of achievement take place. This is a new moon after all. This nakshatra is represented by Shiva and Shiva's dance, which is the Tandava. Shiva is the destroyer and accomplishes this through this dance that brings the universe into darkness. The elites use this in the negative aspect, as in the Grammy Awards. These awards manipulate the masses into darkness, which will happen as well during the halftime show at the Super Bowl. Shiva is meant to destroy our attachments, but the elites twist this knowledge to their benefit, much like the Nataraja statue at CERN. Dancers at these awards are not for entertainment, but they are to conjure up deities, which is what dance is originally for. The government and leaders and the rich and the famous will use parliament, legislation, legislators, senates, the national treasury, the vice presidents of countries, advisors, state governing bodies, national plans, friends of the nation, enterprises, friendly organizations, environmental control, alliances, the will of the people, and other nations to have a complete victory over the population. Farmers, land, agriculture, and anyone opposing the government. Real estate and weather disasters, such as conditions of floods, landslides, and forest fires, volcano eruptions, mining disasters, and earthquakes. Or there is a possibility that the people may find success by overtaking the government. And I'm not really sure which will occur, or maybe both can. Now, you want to be careful of accidents while traveling in homelands, and this can be very quick and very swift. And also be cautious of the government leaders and the famous acting in deceptive and very aggressive ways. The professions that this will include and affect are musicians, performers, dancers, anyone involved in the entertainment industry, all creative types, athletes, sports people, the real estate business, those dealing in financial transactions, scientists, computer professions, military, anyone doing types of things like astrology, kundalini, yoga, any channelers, mediums, holistic healing, surgeons, medical practitioners, anything using high-tech electronics, and anyone in very high, well-known positions. So that's just a little bit about this moon. I thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate all of you, and I'll see you in the next one.